Hey guys, welcome to a new video. And in today's video, I haven't done one in quite a while, but we are doing an update to the United States Senate prediction for 2018. It's pretty crazy to say, in my opinion, but we are in the year of the 2018 Senate elections. And House Representatives elections and the gubernatorial elections. And it's crazy to think that in just 1 year, candidates will start officially declaring their candidacy for President of the United States, probably next summer, to head into the 2020 presidential election. It's all coming so quickly. But here is going to be one of our main determiners in what happens in the 2020 presidential election. So, without further ado, we're going to go from safe to leaning to likely states for each party. Looking at California, the California Democrats have refused to endorse Dianne Feinstein or have anything to do with her campaign. Do I think that's something big? No. Do I think that's something big? Yes, sorry, rather. Do I think that it's going to make a difference in the outcome of this election? No. Um, in California, it just really doesn't matter as long as they have the D next to their name. They're going to win by probably a pretty big margin. Up to Washington, Maria Cantwell, who's actually decently popular in her state. I expect her to win there, also by a solid margin. Uh, Next, over to the state of Virginia. It's been trending more Democrat. I'm actually going to come back to that one instead. Bernie Sanders, independent caucusing with the Democrats, and same deal with Angus King, independent caucusing with the Democrats. Both are going to win by solid margins. Warren will win. Um, Here in the Midwest, I know we don't have a very fond view of Elizabeth Warren only because she's an establishment Democrat. But in the Northeast, you have to understand that establishment Democrats are the Democrats that win elections up there, and that that's just kind of how it is. Liberals tend to win more elections in the Northeast as opposed to moderate and conservative Democrats. Where they win is in the South, in the Midwest, and sometimes in the West as well. But the West and East Coast are liberal strongholds. So Sheldon Whitehouse would win in the state of Rhode Island. Connecticut, Chris Murphy. New Jersey, Bob Menendez, pretty corrupt, but he'll still win. Tom Carper wins in Delaware, and Ben Cardin will win in Maryland. Looking at New York, Kirsten Gillibrand. So to all you people who out there who do, okay, so all you people out there who do election videos, listen closely. Kirsten Gillibrand. Okay. Just had to get that clear. She will win in the state of New York. Debbie Stabenow, some people think she's likely, some people think she's leaning, some people think this is a toss-up. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is safe. Same with Amy Klobuchar. Okay, just had to get that clear. She will win in Minnesota. I have no doubt about that. And Mazie Hirono will win in Hawaii. Now let's make sure we have everything. Let's go to the likely states now. So for the Democrats, I'm going to say that Tammy Baldwin is likely. Special election in Minnesota is likely, and going to say that Bob Casey is likely. In addition to that, I forgot Martin Heinrich in New Mexico. I'm going to say that Joe Manchin is likely, and I'm going to get a lot of backlash from that, but you guys have to understand that Joe Manchin in the state of West Virginia is about at the same popularity as John Barrasso in the state of Wyoming or Debbie Fisher in the state of Nebraska. You have to understand, he may be a Democrat, but he's popular and he's voted against many Democratic motions and sided with the Republicans, particularly in the in the 115th Congress of the United States. So you have to understand, although he's a Democrat, he is popular. And it doesn't take much research. It doesn't take much research at all to figure out that his approval rating is one of the highest, not only in the region, but in the United States for bipartisan senators in states where are typically Republican. For instance, Joe Donnelly, his approval rating is terrible in the state of Indiana. Claire McCaskill, hers isn't bad, but it also could be better. Joe Manchin is more popular than his Democratic colleagues in these Republican states. It's a likely state for him, and I don't see a way Joe Manchin could lose this election. In fact, we don't even have a presumptive party nominee out of the state of West Virginia yet. And until we get that, until they can put a candidate up that is strong enough to beat a Joe Manchin, I'm not going to change my rating from likely. Tim Kaine is likely in Virginia. It's Virginia, guys. It's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah. So now let's go to the now let's do the likely in moderately Republican states. Most of the Republican states on this map are solid. Deb Fischer, John Barrasso, Roger Wicker. Mitt Romney will win in Utah over Jenny Wilson. Likely states, Texas will probably go likely for Ted Cruz over Beto O'Rourke. Actually, Texas is going to be a big indicator in the way that Texas is trending. You have a Bernie Sanders level, charismatic, young Bernie Sanders level Democrat running against Ted Cruz in the state of Texas. It's really going to be a big indicator on what the future of Texas in political voting is going to look like. So that'll be an interesting one. Not only because of the results, because it will determine the future of what we're seeing as in trends in Texas. Phil Bredesen is pretty popular, but so is Marsha Blackburn. I really don't know what to do there. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Now let's do the leaning states, toss-up states, and all that sort of stuff. Well, first start. Oh, they've added somebody. Oh, the U.S. representative. Got it. I just want to say that first and foremost, we can turn these seats. Kristen Sinema will win in Arizona. Kirsten Sinema, sorry, and Jackie Rosen will win in Nevada. Sherrod Brown will likely pick up and keep the state of Ohio. John Tester, same deal like West Virginia, only it's going to be a little bit closer there. So the states I have on the map now are states that I am rating toss-up. The first toss-up that I could actually pick off in this is going to be for the Democrats, and that is the easiest one, Florida. I think Bill Nelson will win there. I just don't see a Republican like Rick Scott unseating Bill Nelson. I just don't see it. Now we have Phil Bredesen versus Marsha Blackburn. It doesn't put her picture there, but I'm just going to presumptively say that she will be the nominee. Claire McCaskill versus John Hawley. Joe Donnelly versus whoever they nominate there. And Heidi Heitkamp versus Kevin Kramer. I don't know much about him. I'm going to have to research him. The next state that I can pick off. Wow, this is a hard one. Next state I'll pick off is Tennessee, and I'll give it to the Republicans. I think Phil Bredesen has a very decent chance. Don't get me wrong. But I think that the Republicans will win there. Joe Donnelly, I think he will lose his seat. Claire McCaskill will probably keep her seat. She's smart. She's a good senator, and same deal like Montana and West Virginia. And I think Heidi Heitkamp will keep her seat, but I'll have to do some research on Kevin Kramer. Thank you for watching this video. Suggestions, what would you do with this map? And I'll see you next video.